don't know where the lesson was going, but hey, the spirit goes. Are y'all Christians? Let's talk about the Bible. Let's talk about Jesus.
Ain't nobody want to talk. Nobody want to debate.
All Christians don't want to talk. Y'all don't really love them. Concubine. That's all you got to say.
That's all they need to know.
Right. You got it up. We just got to make that other one young again. Yeah. Go ahead, I'm trying to find out who's a Christian.
Who's a
Why
believer?
can't we talk about the Bible?
Let's talk about Jesus.
Nobody wants to talk about the Bible.
must be atheist.
What, they scared of the Bible or something?
Yeah, he must be atheist. They must be atheists.
Are you atheist?
Oh,
Well, what are you?
I'm actually pregnant. I'm not feeling well, so we have to go back.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You're pregnant, not feeling well. What the hell are you doing out here? Anyway, go ahead. She pregnant, not feeling well, but she walking down the street.
That's what they call cop baby, but it's Christian baby. Alright? This is Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make man more precious than fine gold.
How is he doing that? By making these simps more weaker than bad soil. Bad soil, you can't grow nothing out of. Right. So when a man's pushing a stroller and a woman pulls him away, he's weak. I'll be damned if I'm gonna have a child and you see me like a simp pushing a stroller down the street. You know what I'm saying? All stupid. Unless my woman got hurt or something like that and I had to push the stroller for a little bit. God damn, men don't have no nuts. Where they gone at? The woman clipped them. You're neutered. Like a dog. You know, it's always the woman speaking up. Just like this woman just now. She was pregnant. She pregnant? What the hell is she speaking for then? Why can't he speak? I don't know what's wrong with these simp men, man. Where these men have their women just totally control them, man. Are they strapping on and banging them in the back?
damn.
Pegging is what they call it?
Pegging, yeah.
Are they taking the man's manhood?
Oh, it's like the peg leg that you have.
This is truly the queen of heaven. Read that again,
It's a queendom.
Read it again.
Alright. Add a different stuff.
Oh, that's all right. Go the way the brother had it. I don't want to jump, you know. Nah, brother, you had a scripture? Yeah, you got it.
Alright. It's Isaiah 32 and 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness.
Yeah. And a good point, you know about King Solomon? King Solomon had 1,000 women, and none of them bitches was right. All right. Now that gets your attention.
Yeah.
A king. Okay. Did Jesus curse? Did Jesus curse? Yes or no?
No answer.
No answer.
No answer.
Don't know the Bible.
The language, the English language is bullshit.
Yeah, that's a made up word. That word bitch is a made up word, but a lot of people get offended over words that they referred to people as serpents back then. You know, people who have rats. You call people a rat. Ain't that offensive in the hood? Yeah. Yo, you a rat. That's offensive. That'll get somebody killed. Right? But is that a cuss word? Now, because it's a derogatory language, and you really want to try to keep the so-called person down because we're trying to reach the elect, you know. Right. But we are able to explain why we say these words we say. FUCK is an acronym. SHIP is an acronym. Ship high in transit, you know. Go to I don't want to jump. Go to Matthew 23 and 1. Just camera edification. A lot of these people don't look up words, you know. And of course it's going to be offensive if you don't know what the heck it means. You know, like somebody said the word ignorant. They use it in the wrong way. They use ignorant as somebody being rude, but ignorant really means to not know.
Well, back then you had the word sneak. That was technically a cussing word back then. It offended a lot of people even then.
And actually, it was considered profanity, so to speak. Cursing is just when you cast a spell upon, which we curse all the time when we come out because we cast it upon Babylon in 2/3. But when you use when Yahweh said then of thieves and vipers, what's worse? That's the same thing as saying F you.
Well, when I look into the definition between cussing and cursing, because those are two different words apparently. Cursing, like you said, means casting a spell upon. When you look into the word profanity, under it would say cussing.
Right.
So those are two different words that people just don't understand.
That's why they say cuss words and curse words. In Matthew 23:1, real quick. I wonder when Jesus turned over, the one you call Jesus turned over the temples, would he, if he was speaking English, what languages, what so-called profane words would he have used? Go ahead, read that. See, because the preacher reads you the Bible one way. You know, go ahead.
Christianity destroyed our people's minds, man.
Christianity is sick, man. Go ahead.
All right, this is Matthew 23:1. Then spake Yahushua to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat,
Go ahead.
and all therefore whatsoever they bid you observe,
Go ahead.
they observe and do, but do not ye after their works.
He's upset. This is Jesus upset. Go ahead.
But they say and do not.
Go ahead.
But they find heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on their shoulders. But they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers.
Yeah, so the Christian church will tell you, put in tights, help your brother and sister. But when you need your gas and electric bill paid, they won't lift a finger to help your black ass. They're not helping. They claim that we're supposed to help the community. They're not lifting a finger to help the black community, except giving them government-donated food drives, man. Keep going. Let's see what did Jesus curse or cuss. Go ahead. But the pastor will never read that. Go ahead.
For all their works they do for to be seen of men,
Go ahead.
they make broad their phylacteries and enlarge the borders of their garments,
Go ahead.
and lost the uppermost rooms at feasts, and the chief seats in the synagogues,
Yeah, that's Nate now. Go ahead.
and greetings in the markets, and to be called of men, Rabbi, Rabbi. But be not. It's right here. It's verse 13. But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men.
Right, because you're preaching falsely. That's the preachers in these churches. They're hypocrites. They shut up the kingdom of heaven to the Israelites, telling you that God loves everybody. Have our black women complaining about cursing, but your goddamn ass can be hanging out.
Which is profane. That's profanity.
God, they worried about what comes out of your mouth, but then when she walks down the street, her cheeks is hanging out of her shorts.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We can't say F you, but you can walk down the street with your breast out and your nipples sticking out.
And then
That's okay.
I ask you a question and you ignore me. But that's okay too. But that's really okay because you don't gotta answer the question, you know. But that shows you the mindset. We talk to somebody, we ask them a question and they don't want to answer it. You know? I don't know what's going on down the street that's so important that people can't answer a question. So is it Shake Shack or Chick-fil-A? Like that must be some good ass food that they about to go in there and eat. You know, that got people there in mind. They must be some hungry people or something. I don't know.
Each society even teach you that when somebody asks you a question, you gotta answer, not just ignore it.
If the police ask you a question, you gonna answer it, right?
Of course they will.
Well, except niggas. That's the reason why niggas get shot. Because they deter off the question. They're like, I don't have the right to answer you this and that. There's the consequences.
Who's a Christian?
First Peter 3:15.
And that, you know what, honestly, what it boils down to is everybody's comfortable in their state of being. They don't want to accelerate their knowledge or know any damn thing. Meanwhile, you're walking with masks on your face, you know?
Yeah.
You're going to have forced vaccinations.
Yep.
There's more diseases coming out. You're going to have food shortages. You're going to have famines. And nobody knows what's coming. But we know what's coming.
Yeah.
They telling you everything's going to be okay. But you got food drives.
They're not going to have an answer for when the so-called white man makes all this stuff mandatory. You know, when you make that vaccine mandatory, and I just did a video this week, right? If you got a vaccine and I don't, you should be protected. What do you mean not having a vaccine has to do with you? If you got a mask on and I don't have a mask on, how is that hurting you? Really, the people who got the mask or who got the coronavirus, they really supposed to be the ones who have the mask on. You know? I go into this store without my mask. Oh, you need a mask. Everybody be ready to throw me out the store like Jazzy Jeff from off of Fresh Prince, throw him out the store. You know? They'll be ready to do that. And that's what they're going to do also when that RFID chip is made mandatory. Oh, he don't got his chip.
Not just Jake and Esau, but people themselves are the ones that will sell you out. That movie, The Mist, the creatures in the mist. They was in the store and they put one person out there to see what's going on. They always trying to sell you out for something. There's always people.
You get that speaker right there?
All right.
Because everybody say that they know the Bible, right? You got it.
This is 1 Peter 3:15. But sanctify the Lord, your house, and your hearts.
With your heart is your mind.
And be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is
Do
in
y'all
you.
believe in the Bible? You believe in the Bible? No?
See, that's Christianity.
That's Christianity for you, man.
Everybody, you know, Christianity is, you got nothing out of it.
Yeah.
People are tired of sitting in the churches and ain't learning nothing.
See, for us, if somebody asks us any question, if I was walking by and somebody asked me a question, knowing what I know now, I'm going to ask them. I'm going to sit up there and talk to them. You know? Well, you know, what about this? What about that? You know, have that discourse. It could be anybody. You know, it could be, you know, so, you know, it could be a Muslim, or you got different people that be on the streets trying to teach and stuff like that. If they ask you a question, hey, you believe in this? Mormons, don't they knock on your door? Jehovah's Witnesses, they knock on your door to try to get you to come to their belief, right? So if a Jehovah's Witness asks me certain things, which I have had conversations with them, well, what about this? What about that? How do you know that that's the truth? These people just be walking by and they don't know whether we teaching the truth or not.
They don't ask.
They don't ask. And it also goes to the point, he who is ignorant, let him be ignorant. Can you repeat that scripture? But you Christians, you people claim to be Christians, but when we ask you a question, you say you know the Bible. This is in the New Testament. Go ahead. You can't even tell us who Israel is. You can't even do that. You know who Israel is? You went to church though, right? But you don't know who Israel is. So that church has failed you, man. But they don't want to hear that. You got it out.
This is 1 Peter 3:15. But sanctify the Lord, your house, and your heart.
And your mind.
And be ready always to give an answer to every man that asks
One
you
thing that these Christians don't do, they don't read their Bible, man. And if they do read their Bible, it's the NLT version, which is missing Bible scriptures and breaking down scriptures wrong. You know? But before I was, my parents, they sent you to church and all that stuff, right? For me personally, I read the Bible before I even went into being forced into the school. I mean, the church and all that stuff.